In this short video, Dana Hatchett will discuss color change using some examples.
This is an example of how 3 colors can actually appear as 4 colors. Okay. This is the same gray here as here. And when you look in the center, the optical effect is more pronounced. Okay. Let's try another gray. I have some grays cut out over here. And see how these operate in this environment. They might even be able to operate better. Well, look at that. They operate better, don't they?
What does it mean, operate better?
That means they're a slightly lighter value of gray. In the color aid set, we get like, I think 6 or 7 values.
So then they pick up, so on the green, the gray picks up the purple more.
Mm-hmm.
And on the purple, the gray might be picking up the green more if you stare, especially if you focus your eyes in the middle, and then those gray things change.
They definitely change. So in this case, this would be so useful for somebody if they were doing product design, or so useful for somebody if they were a designer and they had a limited amount of ink they wanted to use because they wanted to save money and they wanted to save the customer money. Or if they're an artist, for the fact that it is sensitizing your eyes to the fact that you can see this kind of color stuff and you start to feel it and see it around you. Okay. All right. So this is one example here. Okay. Here's another one up here. It's not perfect, but let's see what we can find. Now, when I say it's not perfect, meaning I look at them because I do this a lot and I've done it for many years. I look at this and I can sort of see.
So what are the colors on this purple and yellow?
It's kind of a lightly muddy.
Like a tan?
Tan.
Maybe hold it closer to the camera. That'll just...
Slightly muddy tan, you know?
Or under the light, yeah.
Okay. All right. Here is, it isn't a complete color change here, but it's a color change, but it's not that particular color.
It's not picking up the opposite.
The opposite.
It's just changing.
So let's try a little more active yellow. Okay.
That works better to make the tan strip on the purple looks more yellow, and the tan strip on the yellow looks more purple.
So in this case, I'm picking up paper that it's the situation is sort of a situation of degrees of value increase with some chromatic increase. Chromatic meaning maybe a purple with a little more blue, maybe a purple with a little more red to it.
And what's value?
And value would be the dark and light, black and white, but not necessarily mixtures of black and white, because you can make, like these grays here are not made with black and white. These grays right here are not made with black and white. They're made with colors mixed together, okay?
So when you say value, you mean like sort of like brightness, like for depth of color, like darker color, lighter color?
Value, darker or lighter color. And painters know this when they've taken a few painting courses. They realize that when they mix colors together, they'll get their grays and their browns, and they aren't necessarily what you might think they are to make them. It's mixing things together. It's complementaries coming in and canceling each other out and creating a tonality.
So color change can be done deliberately, but it has to be experimented with in order to create what you might want.
The experimentation is for the artist to develop their sensitivity to it. The experimentation is something that specific industries would be looking for because they would want to be able to save money. Because if you're making like a really big industrial run, you don't want to have 2 or 3 different colors of brown. That's going to waste ink and complicate the printing process. So they try to keep it simple so that it works in that way. Okay. Let me try another one. How are we doing with time? Okay. All right. Let's see. See, you have the color wheel, and on the opposite sides of the color wheel, you'll have opposite colors like a purple or a violet and a yellow, or a red and a green, or a blue and an orange. And those together create mixtures that that are made up of the two. Okay.
So what's the smaller color? Like you said, you have said like a child color. What's the child color?
Child color is but see, there can be more than one parent color to create the child. The perfect child color is that you put them down on the paper and it looks like instantly it's the same color here to there. But oftentimes yellows and lime greens and light purples and slightly redder purples will come together and create kind of mixtures, but it's not perfect mixtures. And with 220 colors or the expanded set of Color Aid,
Color Aid paper.
Color Aid paper.
A special kind of paper.
You have 340 sheets, and so it's just it just kind of comes together. Now the parent color that you put underneath it kicks it up and changes it a little bit, and so this is slightly redder. So it's an act of experimentation, and it's an act of trying to train your eye to see this stuff, so that and in no time at all, when I'm working with students, they're looking and they're seeing and they're picking colors because they're already seeing what these colors are. That's the gain that one has in this.